I don't know how you're supposed to like immediately pull together a whole row. Other than like the tutorial one, like it still wants me to like make another
Yeah, the
row, but it's
rabbits
like,
or the cats.
yeah, it's just like I don't know how I would do anything other than what you were doing yesterday, at least until
Yeah, I
like
don't
you
know.
finally find all of one volume. I don't know.
You just got to be a free thinker and develop your own strategies and whatnot with your giant brain.
I still don't know like what any of the spells are. I am kind of intending on doing the same thing you're doing to a certain point. Other than only I'm like
I've infected
allowing
your brain.
myself to trial. Yeah, it's not good, but
your brain.
What a cozy game.
I'm just right back in, and I'm right back in this fucker. But we're still streaming, by the way, in case that was somehow unclear.
No, I gotcha.
I'm going. I'm like, no, I have to keep going. I took my little break, right? I hang out with my friends for a minute with our regularly scheduled thing.
Oh, you're at 2,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fucking going.
So are you finding like it kind of speeds up over time as you just like get a mental map?
Yeah. You also kind of get used to which, what kind of characteristics things might have. I developed a system where I make a big colorful pile on one side of this room, and then I just pick up books from that pile and then pile them on the other side of the room in the other opposite cubby. And basically, if it's a generic looking book, I put it in the opposite pile, and if it has any distinctive features, I put it in its own unique pile. And if there's a series of distinctive features that are similar to each other, I put those like next to each other, so I can keep track of them. And I just kind of keep doing that kind of stuff. Management. In fact, I just finished going through the first lap of the blue pile, doing it that way, and now I'm ready to cash in all of the hands I've created, basically. Is this not management? F. I fucking read the map backwards every single time. So we're right back.
Is the Otherworld section just supposed to be like kind of general like fiction?
It took me a while to figure it out, but Otherworld refers to Earth.
Okay, got it.
They're all titles that cryptically refer to our world. Like one of the ones I found was, they're all entranced by magic slabs. I'm like, oh, it's phones. The orange's leg would evolve.
Oh, that's what the glowing slab. Okay, got it. Yeah, I was like...
Yeah.
That was the only one that I just like tossed aside because I could not fucking...
process what you were looking at.
Yeah. It doesn't help that I'm not like a well-read fantasy buff, so there are genuinely so many words on these that I'm just like, what the hell is that even? Like, I have to see when I find it.
There's a lot of like Elder Scrolls Oblivion knowledge check, essentially. As far as destruction magic goes, I would just think of it as elemental magic. But more specifically, especially if you look at my stream, you'll notice that every single book in that area is the exact same format.
Got it.
So the elemental magic things you're seeing that have like the gem in the middle, and they have a very specific gem on the top and bottom of the spine, like you'll recognize them. Like once you see an elemental book, they all look exactly the same but different colors, and that's the entire section. Some of them are like really consistent like that. Probably is only a 5-volume set, so I couldn't find more. Did I ever fix the two books in the fighting section that were swapped? I don't know. I assume by fighting section.
What happens if you?
I assume by fighting section you mean warrior. Oh, there it is. Wow. Having an audience that remembers that you swapped 2 books hours ago. I need to figure out what I'm not figuring out still is what the like fortune telling section of the library is. I have a bunch of books about scrying and stuff, and none of them's... Oh, astrology and divination. That would be it. I have like 6 of those.
Those are kind of vague because it's like I was expecting it to talk about like constellation, but there was one I was like reading dragon veins, and it's like, oh, okay, like it's cool when it's like some of them do kind of force you to like envision the fantasy here.
Well, that's where the rest of that set is. They're already in the wall. Yeah, the Dragon Veins one. I have the full set, but then I was like, where the fuck did these go? Don't get it. And the answer is I've literally already used the shelf before. So the usual. I am sucked into this brain. I have to excise these demons, or I'll never function again.
Seeing that you've like pretty much made it through, it's like I think that's a... Even if it's not the intended cozy game experience to do it without magic, it's like this feels like a decent like one weekend game to just put away and not have to go back to.
Yeah, the magic just was revolting to me. It just felt like skipping the game, and I did not like that idea. Like, no I don't think I will.
I did. When I bought this game, I also... Because I always end up buying, like, at least one other game when they recommend shit. It was... I hate the name. The name is my least favorite thing. It's called Hosey.
Hosey?
And you realize that's a combination of the words cozy and home. And it's a little... Have you ever seen the game Unpacking?
Yeah. I've always meant to play it, but I haven't.
It's a decent, like, couple sittings game. It's very casual, but it's a very cool little like narrative telling experience. Like they took it in a fun direction, but this game kind of took their idea of like okay, you're taking stuff out of boxes and arranging them around your limited space, and it's an interesting like spin on like the idea of a Animal Crossing like interior decoration, because the challenge, even though there is no like fail state, it does become kind of like you have no idea what's in the box, and each time you take something else out of the box, it's like, oh fuck, I've got to find a place to put this now. And so it's like they can kind of create fun little like challenges for you by...
I still need to play Unpacking in real life. It's been a year.
Yeah.
Moving is so frustrating because you move into a new house and it doesn't matter if it's bigger than the last one. It doesn't have the exact same spaces as the last one, so there's just stuff where you're like, I don't have an analogous location to put this. I don't know what to do about that, and maybe I never will. Maybe this just stays in the box until it has a new home in the next house sometime. Who knows? Or maybe the spiders get to it and lay so many eggs in it that I don't want to touch it anymore. Which is kind of happening right now. Romance novel, My Massive Golden Balls. That's 3 volumes, that's probably all of it. I love the romance section is just so pretty looking. I only have 1 book left to get in the romance section. Such a pretty mix of like purple and pink and stuff. I could maybe come up with like a cool color gradient layout for it, but that does sound like a lot of work.
Psychology of prioritizing gaming over tidying your room. It's like they're listening to the stream themselves.
Well, yeah, they accurately predicted that you're playing this game, which is not much of a flex. They're making fun of the premise of this game because you're doing games about tidying up instead of probably doing actual tidying up. But actual tidying up involves using my arms, and that's always way worse. I'm always amazed by how physically tiring it is to like clean a house or like pick weeds and stuff, but like doing it in Stardew, you're like, yay! Look how tidy my little farm is when I slightly moved. That's all I did.
I never actually walked. I guess you had never gone up to the barrier, at least when I was watching.
I still haven't clicked on it.
It says like, well, it just says you can't leave, and so it's like, oh, this suddenly became like a saw trap. This is actually like kind of concerning.
Yeah,
like
well, the
no
letter
food or water.
The letter explained that you can't leave. Yeah.
Got it.
You didn't tidy up in life, and now I'm gonna make you tidy up till death, or whatever the fuck he always says in those stupid movies. Is low mana a form of description? Oh, that's sociology. Oh, the sociology books are about discrimination. Gotcha. That took me a while to figure out what that was referring to most of the time. Storage magic, different dimension pocket. Storage, oh, that's probably everyday magic. There's a lot of miscellaneous stuff, and then I'm like, oh, everyday, got it. Like, what school is this? I don't know what systems for nurturing and promotions and guilds would refer to. Magic to speak and convey. Use magic around the world. I am fucking knocking these down. Holy shit. 2200. In the other world, money is the ultimate magic. I might be able to beat this tonight. Prophecy, angelic self-reading. Oh, that's cute. Fortune telling. One of the spells that would be kind of convenient is the one that lets you sort your hand automatically, and there's one that lets you just throw the books at the shelf correctly once you're looking at the right shelf. Like, so you have to choose the right shelf correctly, but it'll like automatically distribute them instead of you doing them one by one. But I'm like, I don't know, getting to place them all one by one is kind of like the reward a little bit. Kind of just feels right. I am not looking forward to the eventual part where I'm going to inevitably have a point where I'm like, I need to figure out which shelf I fucked up. Like, right. Somewhere in this entire place, a shelf is wrong. That's going to be a personal hell of mine. Oh, I saw that. I wish that there was a stronger confirmation that you're wrong when you place them in a slightly wrong order. If you place them in the right order, they shine gold, and if you place them in the slightly wrong order, they shine slightly less gold. I'm like, that's not a good confirmation. Yeah, I really want you to yell at me that I fucked up at placing them in the order. Like, them being like, oh, you almost got it, is not great when the game isn't really it's not really a clue you have to solve. Like, oh, we don't want to give it away, but you almost got it. It's like, no, I fucked up. I'm explicitly wrong. I didn't to maybe tell me I'm wrong instead of lightly confirming I'm almost right in a way it looks like I'm already right. God, I have so many complete sets on the floor right now. This is getting so cleaned up. Oops. There we go. Oh, so many of these are actually complete sets. Kind of magic works best for job hunting. Is that sociology?
Yeah, I think so.
Nope.
Huh.
Everyday magic? Everyday magic. Gotcha. That collection's almost full too. Oh, that's fine. Went through 5. This one's also complete, isn't it? Blah, 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 blah. Any questions from chat? Do it. Come at me, chat. Make me feel like I'm doing my job. Wee. Language of Draconic. Oh, I keep thinking I have more to find, but yeah, if there's 3 or 5 of them, then it might be full. And time to take to the right place.
It does feel good when you start like finding when like just one catches your eye on the floor and you're like, I know exactly where that goes. Awesome. Yeah, all the holy books are like really
Memory transfer magic. God, the entire upper floor is almost completely devoid of books on the floor. I think it's just the one stack of greens. Not sure what memory magic would be. I did already have the sweatshop books. Enchanted music? It does go here. Oh, these are just normal blues. I'll get to these as I get to the stack again.
I like the creating and controlling animated magical art. Just how to be an animator. It's like very. I need like a fantasy how to draw manga.
Just a whole dedicated be an artist section, which is neat. Yeah, how to draw anime furries.
That one goes in the monster section just to fuck with you.
I think I was sent that. Yeah.
Oh, how to draw anime furry.
I was sent
that was a later one.
Somewhat memey furry art references.
Definitely. I was the target demo for some of those god awful. I think it was Mike Hart was the guy that made a handful of. Honestly, it's the kind of thing like I look back on those now and I'm like, was he like just tracing? Because there was just this like wild divergence in not just his style but like the quality. I remember there was like one in particular that was like how to draw shoujo manga. That it was like my shit. I was so obsessed. But it was like you would get just these really garbagey, like kind of Pokemon-esque simplified pointy characters, and then you would like turn the page and it would be like, here's magical girl shooting water spell, and it's like, Mike, you good? Like where did this come from?
Mike, you good?
I wonder where Mike Hart is now.
Mike Hart. There's so much sociology.
All right, what the hell is Introduction to Enchantment Theory? I've been holding on to this book for like 10 minutes. Enchantment Theory. It's like I always expect there to be like a title that's just called like Enchantment or
Enchantment? Enchantment.
Oh, it is. Yeah, magical artifacts and enchanting. Okay.
Yeah, that's a whole section. Yeah, Chad, the The name of the stream still said, still was referring to the pronouns game. And I have switched it now to just say back 3 school. 'Cause I'm crazy. Now I need to pick apart this clustered fuck. Okay. Blue book right there? It looks kind of blue. Oof. Okay. Now I need to start picking apart all these books that look the same that I have not sorted yet. And hope I can come up with systems for these. Shiny. Reality. Let's put the shiny books over here. Yeah, I already am failing to put these together. Alright, so shiny faces go here. Maybe gold rims go here, and blue circles go here. These are also blue circles. And warnings. Yeah, I don't know. I just desperately try to pick them out of the pile in at least sets of 2. Slowly come up with places to put them. How small cracks lead to great ruin. Every now and then it just kind of makes more book noises later when it should have been done. Very surreal. Give me a rough time. Oh, there you go. And Bahamut. Slightly better, I guess. Okay, white borders. Art is sublime because it has no answer. That's nice. Okay, I can look for white borders. Silver borders, I guess. I did have omens and warnings. Uh-oh. You're a leftover. Why I had these in the wrong order. Shit. Secret to drawing in one stroke. Perfect lines and circles. Uh-huh. Some of these feel like an attack.
Yeah.
White border. Reality. You finished your drawings. I saw them.
I did finish those drawings. I'm trying to speed shit up. Gotta finish off this monster of a chapter and move on to the next thing.
The life of nothing ever being good enough and having infinite projects to work on.
Yeah. I definitely have like some like long on hold like echo animatic type stuff that I want to get back to. Rather just like storyboarded. Okay, I love my like little voiceover storyboard thing. That I don't know like what you call those. Like there has to be like a name for. I guess when people do like an animatic, but it's always a quote, like a clip from like some kind of popular show, because those are just like I gotta when we're done here I'll like send you some of my favorites, because I'm just like there are such good artists. Like NCS artists is like one of the sort of more shit posty ones, but you just kind of realize that it's like somebody that has like an animator's sensibilities can like just really come up with something compelling there in like really short amount of time. And that's like, man, do I want to make comics actually, or do I want to just make shit posts that get a lot of clicks for like 60 seconds of just comedy? And that's the good part. You don't actually have to be the comedian. You can just take somebody else's joke and steal it.
It's definitely a whole ass genre of just like drawing, just kind of drawing, just using somebody else, some existing scene from a movie, but then be like, haha, what if it was these characters from pop culture thing you like? And then just drawing that. And those do pretty well. And I see a lot of uses of echo with them, yeah. There's definitely like other people on YouTube who also upload like echo clips like that. Top and bottom book? Is that a thing I have?
Oh man, having the big, just this like elemental section. It's gonna be all color coded. Oh, this is gonna be so good and pride coded by the end. I love it.
You're gonna build your pride rainbow. Gotta be done. It's gotta be done. It's gotta be done. It's gotta be done.
The management ones really feel like kind of a gimme. They just kind of stick the word management in at the end. It's like, all right.
Some of them are less obvious than other ones. There's some that they left to be kind of a puzzle, and other entire things where they're just like, this is an oblique reference, but we're just gonna straight up tell you what it is half the time, instead of expecting you to like figure it out. Where did I put my guilds book? Oh yeah. Magical civilizations. Alright, borderless stuff goes over here. trying to have almost systems. The perfect circles one is covered in a little... Ah, it's got a little emblem on it that's on the front and back. Which helps you find it. Do I keep putting those ones back or something? What's
when
up?
you do your drawing, is it all in Procreate on the iPad?
Yeah.
Got it. Have you ever tried the Clip Studio app? Because my iPad is too old for it.
I don't have a tablet.
Well, it just works the same as Procreate, I think, when you use it on the iPad.
It's on iPad. Okay, I've not tried.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's on the App Store, and it's like, I really wanted to give it a shot because that just like, from what I've seen, it's got the whole like PC interface, and so it's just like there's a few more tools and options and stuff, and I'm always surprised by like some of the features. Just today I uncovered. I knew for a while that they had like you can use like a 3D mannequin to try and like pose stuff, but that's always like pretty wonky and like it just looks like a generic anime character. But what you can do is just like import whatever 3D model using that tool, and then it just gives you like a 3D model overlay you can like rotate and scale and stretch and then like render directly over top of like a comic panel or something. And I've just like started doing it where I'm just like, you know what? I have a lot of characters in office chairs, and office chairs fucking suck to draw. That's just like a perspective nightmare. There's so many straight lines going in all kinds of directions.
Rude of them, frankly.
Yeah. And so that's just one of those ones where it's like, oh my god, Clip Studio, my savior. It's like the kind of shit that like Photoshop does not have and will never have. Like it's kind of insane how much Adobe is like falling off on the actual useful feature.
Yeah, they only iterate on their only innovations are on how to monetize their thing further without adding things to it. It's almost like they never made anything in the first place.
It's so essential. Like I never could have considered working with anything else when I was in art school in Adobe software, but where there's a will, there's a way.
No, starting over a new software is tough in a lot of things because you just get so used to how everything works that you're like, I have to fundamentally learn everything from scratch, and it really kills your motivation to draw sometimes, or work on anything. I never tried I never tried changing drawing apps before, but like trying to change editing apps makes me want to die.
Yeah, the video editing software is like still kind of impenetrable to me. Like I did start with Adobe After Effects, and then I was just like, you know what? It's too expensive, and it's like just very overkill. That's all the animations that I made were in After Effects, and it's kind of why I want to do like another animatic really quickly. It's like I want to figure out how to do this with free software because it just shouldn't be that hard to just have your cheap ass storyboarding software. But animators have it rough. Like Blender is so cheap and free and available, and there's like a million different free versions of Photoshop, but like animators, it's slim pickings. Like whatever is free, it's like there's some major features that you're missing out on there. It's not, I don't know, I guess just open source animation software isn't really a thing.
And people lost Flash.
Yeah, that would have been the one.
Remember when Flash? Because they don't want you to. They would like you to forget Flash now.
I do sometimes get curious about like YouTube playables, because even though it's like kind of a shittier algorithm served version of Flash games, like there's some major overlap in like the kinds of things that are popular. We're just kind of like, oh, the kids are still playing stickman shooty game or like marble game, or a lot of makeover games. The makeover games get weird. Those are the ones where it can like suddenly turn into like pimple popping ASMR, when I was like I thought I was making a Korean supermodel and now it's gross.
Pimple popping ASMR.
But again, I remember there being pimple popping Flash games, and it's like, you know what? Maybe nothing's actually changed.
I don't understand. That's scary.
Addicting games. I'm trying to think of like some of the big ones that I was on as a kid, but that was when you were playing good video games. I was using a Mac, which didn't have any video games. That was pretty much the discerning factor for me.
Oh no.
Whatever was free and browser based.
Some of these books were just nightmares. The Cursed Workplaces of a Magicless World. And the idea of equality under the law is laughable. Like, oh
my god.
Jesus.
Just gonna
fucking
hit us with that.
We chill for a second, like just for a second. Yeah, once I do my initial pick through where I grab all the things that have noteworthy details on them, I then do my second lap through where I'm just cleaning up the stuff that seemed really samey before, and it gets a lot easier because there's just like such a smaller variety of books that you can actually just start getting used to all of their titles and names, because there's only like a dozen or so options, and so you kind of like soft start remembering where you're keeping each stack, just because it's actually within the realm of memory. But the first time I go through the full color pile, I'm like, there's so many options, I genuinely can't parse them all, so I just have to like pick certain ones out based on their just having really standout details visually, and be like, okay, we're gonna grab all the ones that look like this. All the ones that have a gem on the cover, we're gonna put those in a big pile, and then I'll split those into like the 3 books that they are, and that'll be much more manageable. I really wish I could just see where the throw arc is going to be whenever I throw a book. I just can't tell where it's going to go, and then it bounces so strangely most of the time. I'm like, where are you going?
Whatever writer dug up the word jurisprudence is proud of themselves.
Yeah, legal precedent. I get to sit here and pretend like I'm super smart and definitely understood what it meant, but actually it was just that Bask, who is a lawyer, came in during an earlier session of this and explained what it is, and I'm like, ah, I guess that makes sense. Like, yeah, I guess it would be pretty embarrassing if he, a lawyer, didn't know what jurisprudence meant. It's a pretty funny title, The Cursed Workplaces of a Non-Magical World. given the setting. Only 9. God damn it. I keep wanting to just throw in a straight line, but because the book floats on the right side of your screen at first, it lands in like really strange places.
Ice water. God, that was like my favorite thing about Divinity was the idea that like each of the schools of magic had like its own sort of like color-coded book thing. That was just like a really satisfying thing to collect.
Mm-hmm. I haven't played Divinity for an eternity. I think we played the director's cut of Original Sin 2.
Yeah, I watched most of your guys' playthrough of that.
Oh yeah. That was the one where I clocked onto the fact that it was going to clearly lead to like a big final confrontation. And so I just started carrying around a giant barrel of kills everyone but me gas.
Right.
And that was very funny to me. I was like, oh, we're definitely going to all have to fight at some point. That's clearly what they're setting up in the story. And I am uniquely and exclusively immune to whatever the death gas was. There's like a kill everyone who isn't undead gas in that game. And I was playing as Fane, the guy who's already undead. So I just started carrying around a barrel of that. It was like half of my inventory carry capacity for like 20 episodes of the playthrough at the end. Because like it's gonna come up at some point, and I'm ready. I'm so ready for this to come up. And then it did. It came up, and I used it beautifully, but then the person I used it on had a fucking just come back to life ability. I'm like, god damn it. So they just got back up immediately, so I essentially wasted their extra life, but they weren't actually out of it. And then we had a situation where they were playing with their spouse, so they had like a kingmaker situation where they like were working together when that's clearly not the point of that part of the game, so that was kind of frustrating. It's like, oh, you two can't just work together to just decide that he should win. You're supposed to we're all supposed to be fighting equally against each other for this part. That's like the whole point.
Right.
That was kind of just a recurring thing with playing with that group back then, though, was that people would kind of not really respect like the point of games sometimes when in social contexts, and kind of defeat the purpose of that. That's the shit that gets you not invited back to Marty's game nights if you do it in person.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, there was a friend of mine, Ben, came to like two of my like local college friends came to Marty's game nights at some point, and Ben was a sore loser, so he would essentially, like, to feel some level of control, I think, like invent his own victory conditions to make himself feel better, and just sort of pursue whatever he felt like when he realized he wasn't going to win or something. When a lot of games are really designed for you to spend the whole exclusively act like you're trying to win the whole time and not behave any differently, because the rules can like fall apart otherwise. But he would either choose some chaotic nonsense thing to start doing instead of pursuing victory, which would just kind of fuck with the whole table in a way that's kind of doesn't even really make it fun. Or he would decide that he's just gonna like try to make his friend win in a system where that is a massive imbalance of power to if you just start helping somebody else instead of playing to win on your end. And he was not invited back anymore. Because it was just annoying to everybody else trying to play the games.
I feel like in those settings I have like I'm the opposite type of bad in that I just kind of be like, I don't like competition, you guys can win, and then it's like, okay, well, now you're boring, all of us. But no, I don't. I can imagine the tone of like, oh, well, I decided I don't care, so actually, like,
no, it's very
I win because I just wanted to do this one thing. So there, it's like
I had that experience with my friend Carissa where she was a few games deep into playing. Where's this one? A few games deep into playing Twilight Imperium with us, and she kept playing very timidly. And it's like, no, you gotta get out there. You gotta actually like attack some people and be violent in order to pursue your goals. Like whatever your goal, whatever the objectives are that you've drawn secretly, like you need to be going for those and just take an action every turn that will pursue those goals. And if that involves attacking people, then you're gonna have to commit to attacking people, because otherwise you're just gonna sit still and do nothing all game. She then proceeded to wipe me off the map.
oh well, she took your word for it.
Yeah, she wiped me completely off the map. It's one of two. It's not only have I never ever won at Twilight Imperium, just by playing so many games that's a statistical improbability. Although to be fair, Marty wins a lot of times. But it's also like a situation where it's like I don't know where this book goes. It's also a situation where like I have been uniquely wiped off the map twice now in different games, and in a game that functionally doesn't have a failure state or a way to be eliminated as a mechanic. Like twice now I have physically been like, I guess I can just head home for the day, because I was completely wiped off the map. And the game doesn't really have a be eliminated mechanic, but I just like I don't have any planets or systems or units or power of any kind, so I can no longer take actions. Which is a unusual outcome to have. And that time it was like very much caused by me, which is funny. It's like, oh, I gave her advice to try to get her to play the game more, and she like immediately turned around and took me out, and I'm like, oh. Oh no. I think that the idea of equality under the law being laughable, yep, it's a jurisprudence book, not a sociology book. That's somehow darker. That's insane. God. But you're not supposed to... I mean, you lose in Twilight Imperium. Most people lose in Twilight Imperium, but you're not supposed to be eliminated in Twilight Imperium. It's technically like a... It's shaped like a war, like Risk game. But, it's not really supposed to be possible to take you off the map, necessarily. It's an Omen book, so it goes here, I think. Oh, it's management. It literally says management. That's not... I'm always wrong where management is. Managing. Try and develop a strategy where if I have if it's on these pillars at least, and it's an incomplete set, then I place it facing forward, so that's easier to spot the incomplete sets. But if it's a complete set, I just place it like around the corner where it's harder to see, because I don't need to spot it ever again. License circulation of magic users. Is that a filing jurisprudence? Okay, he's in the back corner. I was at the wrong shelf again, wasn't I? Licensing and regulation of magic users is not jurisprudence. Is it daily magic? No. What? Okay. Management? I almost went the wrong way again. So consistent. It's management. We're slowly getting there. I should see if there's a failure state in this game and jump off the map. No, I don't want to randomly risk somehow being soft or hard locked in the playthrough that I've spent like literally 24 hours of my weekend on. I would like to win the game and feel good about myself instead of having a psyche-shattering tragedy the evening before I go to Pride. I think we're going to Pride.
What is Pride like over in the...
Never been.
Oh, really?
I think it's some combination of like a dealer's den, a festival, and a parade or something, but I've never been.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've gone to a couple different, like, Maryland, or went to one in DC and one in Baltimore, but
it's one of those things where it's just like I never really do stuff alone all that much, especially like event type things of going to a place, but I got a boyfriend now.
Woohoo!
We're doing shit. Legal Treatment of Forbidden Magic, Volume 3. It does feel better. It does feel good the more you start memorizing where each shelf is and not have to check the map manually. Although when you're doing the color system that I'm using, you also have a system where increasingly each color tends to be like 3 or 4 shelves over and over again. There's definitely a lot of overlap in like how the shelves are themed. Some of them are pretty colorful, like Romance is very colorful and it's a bunch of different colors. But like the Curses shelf is just all like that. It's all,
it's all the evil
black
red
leather with red glowing text across the entire thing. I've completed the entire set and it all looks like that. Only slightly different shades of gray to black for the leather texture. So it's so consistent. Kind of like how all the dungeon books have that weird blue text. There's a real theme to some of the stuff. It's like, those are the 3 most obvious ones. There's 4 really obvious ones. All the cursed books look like that. All the dungeon books have a weird blue text. All the elemental magic has the exact same template. And every single math textbook looks like a math textbook with that weird stripe on the top and bottom. Like you see that stripe, you can just take it to math every time. There's no, I don't think there was any exceptions.
Yeah, I am currently just cherry picking all of the elemental ones because they're so easy to spot.
Yeah. I definitely would have played a little differently with some more knowledge of been like, okay, some of these things have obvious trends where I should just take them right to their destination shelf the moment I spot it. So I don't really need to, there's some of the stuff that I don't really need to separate like quite like that. Okay, dungeons are completely full. Some management book. Yep. But yeah, I'm in agreement on you, because for context, when I was playing the pronoun game with some of my friends a minute ago, everybody, and Purpose messaging me like, what the fuck, how do you tell where books go? Because he was finding out that like a book that's like, I think it was literally called like Matter Creation.
Creation of Forests.
Yeah, it's literally called Creation, and it's in the Destruction book, and it's like, yeah, Destruction's kind of poorly named. It basically just is basically just elemental magic, but it is, you literally end up putting something that's called Creation in the Destruction area, and it's like, that's extremely unhelpful. I am tickled by the Otherworld books now that I understand the joke of how they're all jokes about our world. Critiques and explainers about our bullshit.
Also, so grateful that I watched your stream where you figured out the jump key was right there at the start.
Oh, I played so long without that at all. It's so helpful to jump back and forth between the floors.
Exactly.
It did feel really good to suddenly unlock it 10 hours in. Like, it was a game changer in a way that would feel different if I never had to earn it. The dungeon section's completely done. History section's completely done. I think art's completely done. What's this section? Philosophy's completely done. Art's not done yet. A lot of them are getting there. Yes, I've heard of esoteric abject. It's been on my to-do list for a long time at this point. But there's a million trillion games. So it's a challenge. Now there's the dilemma of like, do I play Esoteric Ab first or this like spiritual successor to Disco Elysium that's actually out now too? Which has the additional layer that I haven't fully looked into of like the ethics of covering the game at all, but I don't know if anyone even takes that seriously. Because that's me and Colonel and ringing about whether or not it's bad to play that game. Conflict Protocols for Guilds, Volume 4. That's gotta be a management book.
Gourmet expeditions in the dungeon. These are nerds making this game. I see what they're doing.
Nerds make a game about fantasy books?
Well, it's Delicious in Dungeon.
Oh. Yeah, the Dungeon Gourmet book.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, book, show, comic.
That you got there. I am so eager for the second one because there's a big hot lion griffin thing. I don't even know what they actually call it.
The let's take ibuprofen together lion.
Right. I was totally hip on that cultural reference.
Oh, you haven't seen that?
I want to read the manga, but I guess that's probably, there's just a whole like meme culture I'm not up to snuff with for Delicious in Dungeon. I missed the boat. I'm ashamed to say I didn't watch it until like years after people were really into it.
It's not from Delicious in Dungeon specifically. It's just there was a let's take ibuprofen together meme that was going around. It's like kind of like a romantic thing for people that are for like older gays essentially, or maybe not even gays honestly, but just older people. And the idea of like let's take ibuprofen together being like a romantic day in, because you're just tired and in pain. But there was a meme edit where they took a page of the lion creature reaching out towards the camera perspective and edited it to say that.
Got it.
the equivalent of like the Chainsaw Man meme of like they're just like me for real. Like it's just a edit over.
It was an interesting thing watching that anime where it's like I didn't have I'm not like into like the isekai explosion that's in anime, and that's what I thought Delicious in Dungeon was, and I get it's like it's technically not, but it's got a lot of the same like entrappings. It just manages to like be more interesting, I guess. I don't know, it's just the whole like kind of quirkiness where it's like we're kind of following video game rules, but it's apparently not a video game. But it seems like very explicitly like written with that in mind, where like respawning is like a scientifically explained process. But it like
it's like a super nerdy explanation of a setting, but the setting doesn't have like inherent video game laws to it. So, but it's like more rigid than you expect a real life story to be either.
It was whenever we got to the bugs that reset the dungeon, the bugs that eat anything that is
like Langoliers
out of the ordinary. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call it right now that you could like added that part in like a few books in, because I'm like, I do not believe that the whole time there's been bugs, invisible bugs that we just haven't noticed until now.
What do you mean? They were there the whole time. It's just an insane little setting. I wouldn't be surprised if it's fairly planned out, because it doesn't feel quite as patchwork and messy as, like, Haru Itagaki.
Gotcha.
But who knows?
I just picked up that the characters are all, like, very unconventionally hot. Like, there's just, I thought that, like, it was just, I thought furries were just being horny about the dwarf. But, like, it's like, nah, he's, like,
no,
there's, like,
great
fan service of the dwarf guy.
There is fan service. There's a very horny shot of him being big naked man. They just put that in there, like, they didn't have to, but they did.
And there's also just something about, like, Chill Chuck, where I'm just like, you are, like, written to be boyfriend material. Like, you are very likable. And that's where I'm just kind of like, okay, and then here comes the fucking sort of just extremely beefy lion here to be like, what would be like the most conventionally attractive human, but it's a furry, so get fucked.
Which makes them
like,
hotter. Obviously, being a furry only makes you hotter. Every now and then I think about how like the three characters in Dispatch that have the highest charisma score are the pop star and the two furries.
Right.
One of which is literally named like Smooth Talker or whatever. Like his explicitly the point of the character is that he's good at hitting on people basically. And the other one is a Sonar. And it's because he's a con man, but that still results in him being the hot one, having the charisma stat. Like, oh, there's just like an intrinsic pop star level of charisma that you can just attribute to just being any baseline furry, apparently. Gotcha. Agreed. But didn't expect we were having that conversation. But then they fucked it up by making him straight. So that game can go fuck itself. For a thing that's trying to be vaguely like aware of the internet and likes to use like hip lingo and stuff like that, it is kind of feels like vaguely embarrassing that they didn't think to maybe make the furry characters queer.
Yeah, no gays were consulted in the writing of this game.
It's like that's what a weird swing and a miss. Maybe that's why they're a villain. Minimizing discipline, that also might be a management book. It is. I feel so close, but at the same time, the remaining stuff that I'm doing probably will take hours and hours.
Psychological principles.
Chat says, on the other hand, the Straits can keep Sonar as long as he stays a crypto bow, but it's literally a story about fixing them. So it's the most like applicable moment of I can fix him. And I should say presumed straight. Oh, when you complete an entire set, the gem above it starts glowing. The thing that says what number and letter it is, they glow.
There we go.
When the whole thing's finished. That'll make it much easier to find anything I mess up. I say presumed straight because, yeah, like, we don't... All we know is that he likes boobies. Which doesn't mean he doesn't have to only like boobies or even that kind of booby, but it is like the only character development he gets.
Yep.
The universal law of high-grade armor and fabric coverage. The law of fantasy armor. Is that daily magic? I don't know what that is. It can't be daily magic. Magic artifacts and enchanting? It is. Yay! That's that section done. Ooh, almost every blue is completely set in. Oh, I did have this set. There we go. Let Charlie Moist Critical Penguins 0 play a gay furry. But he's an extremely underwritten character because they apparently didn't plan on him being a real character.
Oh, we got like behind the scenes.
Yeah, he was just supposed to be a sort of a silly little guy for like a throwaway joke, but then they decided they liked him enough to keep him or something. Kind of a Jesse Pinkman situation, but less well written. Not a character that quite works, unfortunately. I gotta parse these.
In general, it's like I just kind of assume it's the phrase like him less because of how he's written and more just like
his design,
the inherent hotness of the TF. Yeah, and just the fact of like wow, a bat. We don't get a lot of those.
Yeah. He could have been so much better.
Do it, Keith. Write the fan fiction that fixes Sonar. Everybody will see the greatness.
I do video essays now. It's so much worse. No, I'm sure he'll come up as a brief aside in the discussion of the game being painfully straight. I'm gonna have to open with a caveat, like with that title, that I'm like, this isn't about how the game needs to be full of queer characters specifically. It's just that I just have a bunch of specific things to bring up about how the game was executed that make it painfully straight. But there is the small caveat of like, it is weird. It is funny that you made a furry character and didn't think to make him queer specifically. Like, if you're gonna pretend to know anything about the internet. Keith have an AO3 account? Nope. I looked at AO3 a bit, but I kind of just find it really annoying to interact with, like to browse and stuff. I don't like the user experience of, and maybe I just don't even get how to like deal with its like filters and whatnot. It ends up mostly just being annoying when I'm trying to figure out how to like tell it what I want.
I imagine you have to like self-select into a particular fandom and then join the AO3 Discord where people have their recommendation list of the ones you're actually supposed to look at. The algorithm was never gonna... I don't think the AO3 devs could ever hope to comprehend a fanfic algorithm that would actually please people.
I just don't really get what you type onto it. It feels like you have to be like kind of buried in the culture a little bit of people that use it all the time.
With the tag system.
Yeah, like it feels like Tumblr sometimes where I'm just like, people have evolved to use this in a specific way, and I don't necessarily get what that is. So when if I'm like searching for random stories people have written, I'll instead just like look on SoFurry and just Fur Affinity itself, which is dire pickings. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I have written stuff on Fur Affinity before out of frustration for how badly written everything on Fur Affinity is. That's kind of how I got my start, anonymously writing dumb shit on Fur Affinity, just because I was so frustrated by the existing stuff. And then I actually got found by somebody who's a friend of mine now, and they commissioned me to write smut for them.
Hey, there you go.
And that was before I even had a fursona, or was out.
That's cool.
So there's a specific person that knew I was a furry before I even had a fursona. Technically a few, because Enro also... I had added myself as a furry to Enro at one point just because I was really shocked that he was in my comments. And then he ended up making my fursona. Almost down to just the brown books. Marriage is a contract spell. Advancement disenchantment is required.
Oh boy.
Advanced disenchantment is required for Divorce Volume 1. Advanced enchantment is required for divorce is a wild book cover. I really am down to just like individual single... I have a whole stack of individual books. I have to do a full librarian job. A full stack of books that are just one-offs. Where I have to just go through and find out where all of them would go. Because they're just like the one left over of several volumes. Oh my god, the last stealth book. Whoa. The last TF book. Wow. The last sociology book. Just completing entire sections in one go. Oh, I bet this is a smaller set. There we go. That makes more sense. 300 out of 400 shelves. Only 460 books left. I'm past 2,500. We're down to just green, which is in 3 stacks at the moment. Green book, green metal. White rim. Generic shit.
Why do stocks crash the moment I buy them?
A story in 3 parts. Glad. Oh. The medallion book. Keep those separate. Why does stocks crash the moment I buy them is extremely funny.
What the hell is metaphysics? Philosophy, okay. That's something that probably comes up in a CG at the X video. I'm gonna call it right now.
What?
Metaphysics. Defining metaphysics, and it'll just like be on the...
I think it's come up before. I just
like
when I ran into that, I just was like, what the fuck? I don't remember what metaphysics is. This isn't my realm. This isn't my realm at all. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
We did just watch Hoppers, and it's like, I don't think Pixar might never get back their groove that they had when I was a kid growing up, but that was one of my more enjoyed things by them in recent memory.
Yeah, I wanted to watch that, but I also didn't want to stop playing this.
Yeah.
Like,
What a
like I saw that was the plan for movie night in VR tonight, and I was like, yeah, I did want to specifically, I literally voted for that. And yeah.
I was just interested because that's now like 4 furry films that I've seen for the first time through that group that are like pretty much like from the last year or two. With there was the basketball one that I'm forgetting the name of now.
Go.
Zootopia 2. Go. That was it. Bad Guys 2. And now Hoppers. I'm just like, I think Zootopia 2 is like kind of at the bottom of the list for me as far as like furry animated films. And
it's because it sucks.
It's like,
I'll say it.
I think a lot of it.
Zootopia 2 is a bad movie.
It's that like Zootopia 2, or rather Zootopia 1, it's like I would feel like had like a sense of humor that was more that I was more fond of than a lot of these other ones, because I don't know, Goat was just great all around. Goat,
you
like, I
didn't
have
think
no
it was super funny when they were like, it's the villain from the first Zootopia, and she's behind a Hannibal Lecter screen, and that's the whole joke. And then she says, "Jump scare," out loud. And then they go into the Shining maze for some reason, and they reference that part where Jack Nicholson is frozen in The Shining, which is totally conducive to a good experience of watching the movie you're watching right now. That's the Zootopia. No, it was a shitty movie. We just need to all stop coping and admit that, like, wow, we think Paul Bert looks cute. Okay, the movie's terrible. It's a bad movie. The pacing of the first half gave me a headache. Like, it was moving so fast that it didn't spend time on any of the scenes, and it was just rough to sit through. And then the second half, when the pacing is better, there are some genuine little character moments with Judy and Nick that got me for a bit. But then it just doesn't amount to much. It's like somehow less than the sum of its parts. The Snake character never becomes a character in his own right at all. He just kind of constantly reminds you of the plot that the movie's about, and then says that one line of dialogue about it over and over again for the entire film. He just keeps saying, we got to do the thing. It's so important, my people. And that's all he does, ever. He never has a personality beyond that point, never really makes decisions or states any thoughts. Like, it's rough. It's a rough movie. It's such a bummer because they spent such a long wait for it. I'm like, this is what we got?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's the thing. The Snake will always be kind of even more confounding thing for me than Paul Birch, because it was like that. The Snake was like the first thing I feel like we knew about the movie. Was I think they had a little like promotional poster.
And then you kind of
like,
never learned anything more about that character.
Yeah, and it was just kind of like that. That was kind of the whole premise of him. It's just like I'm a reptile, and it's just like it sets
I'm a
my
reptile. We got apartheided, and then he just keeps saying that over and over again until the movie ends. And you're like, oh.
Just when you have the epilogue, like feather land on the windowsill, I was like, well, you can't do it again now. Like now that's definitely not just like. I'm not gonna anticipate that it's gonna be good because now there's birds. Like.
Yeah. I was a little surprised that they really did go back to the well of animal racism a second time, when that was a fairly controversial and criticized element of the first movie. Like, it wasn't hated, but it was not known to have been masterfully handled. And so you would think they might be like, let's tell a different story in this setting. They're like, no, it's racism all the way down. It's just a setting defined by all of its racism.
All the way down, oh god.
Yeah. It's just a setting that's intrinsically defined by its racism. I'm like, is that really the vibe you want? Guide to Care and Training of Monsters.
It kind of threw me that like the beaver characters are like the primary part of Hoppers, and I was like, wait, they gotta look. I need to look at them now side by side, because the beaver kind of got more screen time than the Snake did in Zootopia too. The beaver that essentially ends up becoming like Nick's partner for part of that movie. Yeah, they're not really. They are totally different.
Oh, almost certainly. Definitely gets more. The beaver that shows up definitely gets more lines of dialogue than the Snake did.
Yeah.
She gets a whole bunch of roles, and she gets a bunch of gags and jokes and the whole weird ass personality. She's the quirkiest character in the whole movie, and she's like only in the beginning of it, basically, or like that one chunk of the middle. Zootopia 2 is just so weird. It's such a weird project. There's something wrong with their storytelling, basically, with Disney. Disney's just fucked up on some level with their storytelling, and they don't cook these scripts properly. Because like we waited so long for Frozen 2, and like that was like their big franchise at the time. Like, oh my god, Frozen was the insane blockbuster hit for them on this crazy scale, so clearly they would want to make Frozen 2 as good as possible. And then Frozen 2 was like actively being rewritten while it was being made for some reason. And the movie we got was just kind of a shambles of just like weird plot cul-de-sacs and like basic world building that like doesn't hold up or even sound like it was written by the same people. It was really weird. Frozen 2 is like a Franken movie of strange details all thrown together.
never went to actually like even stream Frozen. Yeah, I was never like a huge fan of the first one either, so it wasn't high on my list. But
it's rough specifically because I love animation because it takes forever to make, which leads to it being extremely detail oriented and extremely full of incredibly specific and interesting things that pay off that for you noticing them, and a lot of like really specific details are done that way on purpose, and you get a lot of that from like digital circus in a way that you don't get from Disney movies. It's been so weird. I'm like, what's wrong, Disney? What's going on? You guys are like the king of this entire thing. And is this gonna be like a what you call it, an Adobe situation where now that you run the whole thing you forget how to like actually earn it or something? It's like Disney kind of simultaneously runs everything, and it's kind of fucking up at all of them. Like a lot of their properties are really messy. I don't know what's going on.
But also, I feel like if you were in the room with us right now, you would have to give us the sanity check of like, okay, but they're also doing financially well with every one of these bad movies that I watched like Lindsay Ellis talk about the second live action Lion King where the toss up. Like she included some like clips of the songs, and I'm like, oh my god, this is the song, this is the music.
Bye bye.
But then as she like closes out that video, I was like, oops, it made like almost like
$11 trillion. People love the movie where the funny line goes bye bye. Yeah, standards are bad. It's unfortunate. People are rewarded for making not great stuff. That's just a bummer about the whole thing. But not always. We're definitely having a weird thing where they did kind of make a decent Star Wars movie recently, which is apparently controversial to say, but it seems to not be doing very well, and it might be in part because the other movies just kind of lost their groove, and so it makes you not have confidence in being engaged in their stuff anymore, and they're like losing the grip on who they had before, both in the older generations and they're struggling to find any footing with newer audiences.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a problem for them.
That's what I wanted with a lot of this stuff, because I want to say that was, if it wasn't part of that same Lindsay Ellis video, it was part of something else where they just kind of walked through the idea of the... Right, it was her video about various Disney flop eras, and then it was basically like, this isn't necessarily a new thing where people feel like critically they're kind of falling off, because there was sort of the last flop era was the wave of like direct-to-TV sequels for like everything in the Disney Renaissance, and it's just all of it is like VCR specials that sell a million bajillion copies, but like at the same time, like however many years later, it's like, does anybody remember any of them? No. Like nobody's going back to watch them. It was just like a quick thing to put on
Lion
shelves.
King 2. I actually don't remember if that went to theaters or not. Did it go to theaters?
I know you mentioned that Timon and Pumbaa.
That's Lion King 1.5. Yeah, I don't know if Lion King 1.5 and 2 went to theaters or not.
Feels like 2 was big enough, or just Lion King was big enough that would be the one that they kind of pull it out for. But it was always weird to me that like there were multiple like Aladdin and Little Mermaid sequels.
Yeah,
I was just like, Lindsay like really cuts to the heart of the problem. It's just like, it's Ursula's crazy sister, and it's like,
it's
oh
Ursula's
my god, are we
crazy
serious
sister
right now? It's like, that is such that was the writing room. That was
what a way to set
up
her up as a character. Yeah. How do we summarize this character for for our audience? It's Ursula's crazy sister. Okay. Before anyone is after me or whatever, I'm not cheering for Disney's downfall. I mean, a little bit. The company's kind of bad, but I like the stuff that they made, and I would like them to make stuff that I like again, instead of not stuff that I like. So that would be cool. I really liked Luca and Encanto, and would like them to make stuff like that instead of more recent stuff where they make movies that no one mentions ever again. Like, what was it called? Wish? like movies that no one
Yeah.
likes. Like everyone's losing.
It
They
was
made
their 100th movie.
what really killed me is that they made shit like that no one liked and flopped as far as I know. And then they're like, we're gonna stop making personal stories like Luca and Encanto, and I'm like, that's your response? As far as I know, those movies, if they flopped at all, was probably because they were, you know, not in theaters at all. Because they were both pandemic movies. Speaking of things that I still haven't made a video essay about. Despite popular opinion, I actually spent a lot of last year working on video essays, but just pivoted which one I was doing like 3 times, unfortunately. So I have like half of a video essay several times, which is unfortunate. Half the time what happened is something interrupted me and I had to go do something else for a while, and then finally came back to it, and when I finally came back I was like, don't really exactly remember where I was, and I have to like review and get this all back in my head again in order to like tell, like just like to remember exactly what I've written and where I was going and so on, and then review the media again, which is already a pain in the ass with a movie. But in a lot of these cases they're not movies. In a lot of these cases I write about like a video game or a TV series, and I'm like, oh fuck, I have to like go back and review the entire thing to feel good about writing it again. There's definitely people that just write way faster and a bit more sloppier, but then they also like get it done in one like quick thing before they have to worry about losing touch with the version of themselves that was making that version of the story and then having to recalibrate. Like I unironically like change as a person by the time I finish a video essay, and then I'm like, I on some level hate it in the form that it is, because I'm no longer the person that set out on the journey in the first place. And that's not like in any kind of profound way, it's just in an aging way. And I'm in a part of my life with a lot of rapid fire changes, I guess, because of the coming out and meeting so many people and being affected by so many people at the time. It's Ursula's crazy sister. Disney has an insane level of power over my life, up to and including being the source of fursuits as a concept.
Really?
Yeah, the original fursuiters were Disneyland workers. They were performers in the park.
I remember seeing the like early furry conventions, and I thought one of them was like Bambi or something. But so they actually had a job as like mascot performers.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, they were originally actual, real Disneyland mascots. Or Disney World and so on. I don't remember when that came to be. I don't know anything about Disney World, actually. Please stack. Oh my god. And now I sieve through the next stack of my shit. I'm worried about doing the green books because I'm like, immediately there was so many separate stacks of them. I'm like, oh, this is gonna take a while. It's clearly gonna be a process. But now I'm down to it being almost basically what's left. At least there's fewer things to possibly be confused about. Mercenary right now. I'm just like, make a pile of familiars and pile of unfamiliars, then we'll sort the familiars. Going quick, go quick, go quick. I don't believe that I can make it tonight.
Probably decently doable. Or maybe not. I don't know. I just looked at the clock. Wow.
It's only 11 p.m. It's easy. Oopsie. Wait, was that also a... Did it have a crest on it, damn it? My pizza's gonna be so rotten by now. Yeah, says, don't worry, the cockroaches definitely saved you a slice. No, we do have cockroaches.
Is that not a consideration?
You realize you haven't had a good cake in months? Check bark. The person next to me is full perp. They don't. Then they're not a streamer.
Not in the slightest.
If you look them up, you will find adult content.
That you will.
They also did the animations on my channel. Psychokinesis. Boom. Whoa. Built in water. A lot of green books. Oh, so close to being done with all of destruction magic. All of destruction magic. That's gonna be kind of crazy. They say they love your comics.
Thank you.
So close to having math done. Is that one book left? It is. Only but one more time will I see a book with a yellow tip and be like, oh shit, that's a math book. Put it in the math pile. Can I spot it right now?
What was the common trait you were noticing?
The what?
For like what was the unification? I definitely have like figured out certain things that I see a lot with the math books.
With the math books?
Covers. Yeah.
The top and bottom of every single cover is a stripe across the entire top and bottom.
Oh yeah, I see it. It's always got the little like shield emblem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shield emblem? I guess
So
on
it's
like the
like
spine. I guess on the spine, yeah, but just like you can see it on the front and back and every part of the cover. There's a stripe along the top and stripe along the bottom that are just flat colors, because that's just like what textbooks look like in real life a lot of the time.
Yeah.
They have a very textbooky vibe to them. And that shit is noticeable.
Ultimate guide to otherworldly swear words. Oh no.
Oh no. Are we about to get corrupted?
Before I realized that otherworldly is a section, I took that to the curse section. I was like, is this what they mean?
Curse words. That's adorable. That's so stupid. If I say these words, I'll get cursed. Yeah, the real thing is I gotta become famous YouTuber so I can just like pay you to make animations. Be like, do an animatic, $1,000. Because oh my fucking god, those videos are evergreen. They're the
I do
some of the most popular things on the entire channel.
I think about that sometimes when it comes to, I don't know, it's really, I know you have your own thoughts about this kind of stuff, but it's always really curious trying to think about what does well algorithmically, or rather just like what is the actual reason for like something popping off more than another thing? Because on Twitter it's weird sometimes. Like I just have no idea why it's like oh, this thing got 20,000. Like what's up, Twitter? Why was this the one?
Mm-hmm.
But definitely like with the echo animatics, we mentioned how like it's like somebody tweeted like that was like one of the first things that came up for them when they were just like searching echo, and it's like kind of like, it probably doesn't even have anything to do with like you or me. It's just like, wow, people have a lot of opinions about Leo, so like they're probably just actively sharing that around as like, again, that's like why you bear so much of the brunt of it, is like it probably is a video that's being sent around as people are actively frothing at the mouth and getting angry at each other. Like, see, this is why he's bad.
Yeah, the Ad Astra video also just did very well, if not as well.
So that's good.
Didn't have quite the insane reach, but it also like it's like a proportional amount of reach. It still did very good. It wasn't like it's not like one is doing an order of magnitude better than the other one or anything like that.
Got it.
Double check them. It's actually bad. It's actually hard to compare them numerically because I also put the Ad Astra one on the other channel again because I figured I should make it more visible to the people who were watching the video essay that had clips of it instead of the Let's Play channel. So it's technically a duplicate of the Ad Astra animation on 2 different locations, so they cannibalize each other too. Don't know which one did better. Otherworld Chronicles data. Not all of it. Okay. It's both. They did very well at the time, but they also just continue to rack up views over time, just forever. They're evergreen in a way that nothing that I upload anymore is. It used to be that content would like certain games would like continue to get views for months or even years, just kind of like a background radiation on the channel, and a lot of those would stack up, and so the channel just kind of would be in a healthier state. I've had some good luck with Kings of Hell, Blueprints, and Fear and Hunger. But everything else has not really had legs at all for a long time. And those ones also didn't stick around forever.
Did you experience that, like, it was sometime in like the last year where it seemed like there was another kind of a form of adpocalypse where it was like suddenly every channel was noticing like wildly lower views like within a month?
Yeah, that absolutely happened. And it might just be a permanent change to how they counted views, because one of the points that people made at the time was that it seemed like nobody was actually making less money. So it's almost like they just counting visible views differently, and it might have even been tied to which how they were already counting monetizable views or something like that.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people saying that it was probably tied to ad blocker. That would
it seemed
sense.
possible. It definitely led to a lot of people panicking because suddenly, like, yeah, everything was just performing like shit, and it never got better. And it definitely it's definitely unnerving because you'll just see like your long-term, like, it's not like it went back and changed its past reporting of your channel performance. So if you look at the history of your channel's performance, you just see all of your viewership just be worse all of a sudden.
Right.
Then it's like plotted on a graph. It's one of the things I find iffy about that last Dan Olsen video is that he shows Mr. Beast's channel declining on a graph, and I'm like, yeah, but does that mean anything with how everyone declined because of whatever the fuck happened there?
Gotcha, yeah.
I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, because there was also in the not safe for work art space, there was the Twitter had some kind of like purge that was really weird because that like it was follower counts were like suddenly decreasing, but I've long since like come to peace of like I think some giant percentage of like Twitter follows are just completely
fake.
botted and like not worth
It's
considering.
frustrating because people constantly go back to Twitter saying that they don't get any engagement on Blue Sky, but then I look at their Blue Sky and that their Twitter, and they don't seem to actually get like human engagement, like any kind of like people interacting sort of way. It's just they get a bunch of numbers, so that makes it look, the videos, their stuff look like it's doing better on Twitter. But we all know that a lot of that's likely fake. Not to pretend that people are getting more like I'm sure that Blue Sky probably has less traffic than Twitter because it's not Twitter, obviously. But so much of it's fake engagement that like a lot of people report specifically getting more interaction constantly on Blue Sky than they get on Twitter, and it's like, well, that kind of seems like that's the real shit, isn't it? But people got their brains hacked by numbers. I'm always sad when an artist, there's like a series of artists that I'm mutuals with that I'll see their profile and like, oh, what's up with them? And then I realize, oh yeah, they haven't posted for like 8 months or like 2 years or something on Blue Sky, and I'm like, well, this is the only place where we're mutuals, because I'm not on the other website.
So easy to post to. I can't imagine it ever not feeling weird. It's also like it's allowing 10 images per post is like, that changes things. That's an interesting move.
Yeah. Actually offering a function that's not on Twitter.
Once again, like legitimately this is the degree to which I am a phony artist, is like I work on things 4 pages at a time because guess what?
That's the platforms. That's the size that Twitter posts are. They've hacked your brain. Social media runs your entire personality. Woo.
Yeah. No, because that was also like, when you were like showing me that one artist to like on Fur Affinity, it was just like looking back like 10 years where it's like before Twitter, it was so much more normal to like talk about your art when you post it. Like, here's what I was thinking about with this one. Here's like, and it's like, I want to do that. You know me, I like to yap.
You have big old threads in your Telegram group.
And it is
that's like the only space where you can kind of like kind of like blog about your stuff, because none of these platforms allow you to actually talk at length about anything. The 10 deep like comment threads where you've got the ellipses or the little like number at the end of each. I was like, fucking, what are we doing? We're a society. I'll just fucking yap, but I do not try to numerically refer to how long the thread is. It just kind of goes. Like, I'm just gonna get this thought out the pace that it's gonna get out, because I don't feel like doing a blog spot, because no one will look at it. I used to have a blog spot. I found it again. It was horrifying. I was so upset seeing my old opinions from when I was younger, and I'm like, oh my god, what a revolting personality. I hate this guy.
Yeah.
Hope no one ever finds him.
That's the silver lining with all the stuff that we get frustrated about when it comes to like the Puritans and some such individuals. Like, I like to think 10 years from now they'll like go back in their comments and be like, oh my god, why was I that intense? Why was I so heated? Because I said some edgy shit when I was like in high school.
Yeah, I just don't know if
that
unfortunately
that
I don't
gave me
think personal
perspective
growth is rewarded very much.
Yeah, it's more just like, it's all an ego thing. It's just a matter of like, do I look at it and then say like, oh, that's not me anymore? No, hide it, put it away. Like, I was never this cringe. Yeah, you can't say otherwise.
I just don't know how easy it is to confront somebody with their past when it's all social media posts that never come up again, as opposed to,
well, that's what I was going to say.
Because none of these people ever get famous in a way where people are like trying to cancel them via their shit. The way that
I'll just say I had left like a shitty YouTube comment when I was in like 7th grade.
Oh, and it surfaced to you again?
Yeah, somebody replied, and it was the most like cutting. It was literally just, what the fuck? And it was like, I'm coming at this like 17 years later, so like I don't know what you expect me to respond, but I just like, that actually made me go like okay, YouTube, how do I see all my comments? Delete. Like, I just deleted every comment I ever made on anything, and I had to like literally cover part of my screen with my hand, because it was like, I don't want to see what I said on Death Note Part 2 of 3 in 2006. Like,
Yeah, for those that don't know, you can look at your own YouTube watch history and your own YouTube comment history, and you can not only can you go through and remove all of your past comments one by one, you can even go back and remove stuff that you've watched from your previously watched list, which means you can like unhack your algorithm by removing bullshit that's like making your algorithm worse. So if you like go on a little, if you see that your suggestions are shit now because you watched something, you can actually just like retcon it out of your watch history so that it stops. Like you're like, no, I was just doing some research. Please don't think that that's my personality now. Because YouTube's algorithm is aggressive. You look at some dispatch videos and that's all you're gonna get for a while. You look at some fucking you look at a few videos about the Subnautica controversy, and now you're just constantly being confronted by Subnautica spoilers. You're like, no, fuck off. I'm waiting for it to come out.
No. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one.
I was served up 1 million different videos that are about how much of a flop Grogu is, and I'm like, I am not invested in whether or not Disney Star Wars is doing well or bad at a given time. That's a weird thing to do with your personality, is to be personally invested in a brand's success or failure. It's fine to like or not like the movie, but it's really weird to. One, it's weird to be invested in how a brand is doing, but it's also really weird to act like the quality of a movie is indicated by its success, which is like I always think that's the worst take.
Yeah, that does really just fall apart anytime you like look at. I feel like any person, if you just look at your own tastes, like you can always think of your favorite movie that was a complete failure.
Yeah. And also, just obviously, a lot of really beloved movies are known to have not done very great. Scott Pilgrim underperformed, and people have never shut up about it since. Like, inescapable movie, at least in our circles. Like, it comes up plenty. Civil liabilities with adventuring parties. That actually might be jurisprudence. One that I've barely ever found. Yep. Jurisprudence is the rarest thing for me. I have 3 complete 3 volumes, 2 of a 3 volume, and I have no 10 volume sets of jurisprudence yet. They must all be in green. Books of Alchemy, the laws and taboos of chimeric synthesis. So it's probably still an alchemy book and not a jurisprudence book, despite the laws. Yep.
You know, the one thing I did want to mention with the Twitter thing, it was they had some kind of like purge, and again, it's always so frustrating because it was like this before Elon bought it. It's just they never communicate anything about what's going on, or like when you notice a very readily apparent change. And it was suddenly there was a bunch of like follows dropping off, and I remember like it was topical because you had people on Blue Sky saying like this just goes to show how obsessed with numbers they are on Twitter, and then on Twitter it's like this is fucking bullshit. But
we're obsessed with numbers.
Yeah, like the thing that was funny that was like I like kind of compared it, like oh yeah, I have like 8,000 less than I remember having, but then I like look back 2 weeks later and it's like oh, and now I have more. Like it's all back.
What does it mean?
Like, is it literally as simple as they decided they were going to do a bot clear, and then they realized, oh no, people don't like when we take away the imaginary numbers. Put it back. Like, people have so much wrapped up in that their own kind of illusory perception of what their numbers imply. That was why, like, I remember like way back when I made like a little celebratory, like I have 1,000 follows, and like I have 10,000 follows. and then I never did another one past that point because I was like, okay,
Nope.
now I'm a little suspicious. I don't feel like I actually have 50,000 followers.
Uh-oh. Time to check the numbers.
Fucked it.
Yeah, alchemy's not lighting up.
The top right one had something off. I just saw on the stream.
Top right
I know
one?
that's like, yeah, I'm not watching your stream in Discord. I'm watching your stream on YouTube. So this is like 10. Oh, never mind. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool.
Nope. Yeah. There it is. That one was shuffled. Okay, so that now we had the scary thing happen, and it really is just look at the numbers in that specific zone when the gem doesn't light up. Ooh.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 consecutive zones are lit up.
We're getting there.
Jesus.
Oh, it looks so nice with the clean floors.
It's wild. They did set it up with like all these god rays coming into the windows and stuff, so it's gonna look really nice when you actually like finish this place. So many of these are gonna be like archery and law books, aren't they? Supplementing brain fragments into works. What does this mean? Process. Supplementing brain fragments into works. Is that... No? Is it an art book? Like trust the process? It is an art book. Talking about the process. Okay. I had this sitting on the table for a while because I was like, I have this whole set, I think, but I don't understand what they're referring to. We're getting there. And I did it my way.
No, I did complete one row and looked at the skill chart, and I kept to agree. It's like these are all pretty underwhelming as like a skill.
Yeah.
I really say, like, if there was more ways to sort things, like not as in like auto sorting, just literally if you would give me more like ways of kind of mental mapping this stuff out that isn't just chucking them on the goddamn floor.
You just embrace the
that.
floor meta at some point. Like that's just what this life is. That's what it's like on this bitch of an earth. I have one art book left somewhere. From the Art is Sublime because it has no answer. It's just hiding somewhere in there. You fucks. Whew, looking through these stacks is gonna be an ordeal. Okay. Right. They're both obviously arrow books. Archers, okay. The system and precedents of the Arcane Court. Okay, that's law. Economics. The revolution in logistics through teleportation. Okay, I should sort these by category. Economics. Jurisprudence. Market analysis. I forgot economics is even an option. I feel like I've never put anything there. Romance novel. Senior and the Beast. Senior and the Beast is an interesting thing to give.
Yeah, I don't know what that's implying.
That's an extremely furry thing to to imply. Internet. Magical court jurisprudence. Mute a specific person's voice. Okay. Magic. Yeah, this is how I should have been separating some of these things before. Patents and IP rights, yeah, that's legal. Archery. This is legitimately a solid system. Magical creatures and their spells. Everyone's Elvish. Language. Which is hymn, music. Oh. Trying to throw them upstairs. Music. I have a system, damn it. I have a system. Household efficiency. That's gonna be the last everyday one.
This
Arcane
techniques for returning to
fiscal
a previous
theory.
step.
One of them just bounced over here. Was that you? One of them got away. That freaked me out. Just yeeting books upstairs. Bard. Oh my god. This is both the smartest way to do this and, like, incredibly tedious. I am bummed out by doing it this way. But I could do with fewer button inputs for the sake of my poor hand at this point. Of throwing entire piles around again. And yeah, like, I've hit a point where there's so few arrow to the knee, really? There's so few remaining categories that I can now, like, reduce it down to, like, the 6 categories it is and just throw them in, like, 6 different directions based on which one the book is definitely from, and then I'll sort those sections into, like, the 3 book sets they probably are made up and so on. Skill. There is a consistency where, like, I'm down to green, but it's like the yellowish green is pretty consistently music. 15-year-old game influence. How you doing, Ansu? Build discipline and expulsion systems. That sounds like management. Oh, liability. Put management over here. It's economics. Supply chain management. Quick, Ansu, podcast for us. Magic and value is a really depressing premise. Civil law. I'd put supply chain management. Where was that? Probably supply chain planning probably isn't economics. I think I verified that those were management before. The supply chain sounds like economics, but the use of management I think means it's management. I think I've specifically put them there before. It doesn't matter. I just need to be mostly right, and then I'll just whatever's left over just will clearly go. It'll be clear where to put it because it'll be all that's left. Archers of the Fairies Pact. They're the ones that behind this. They did this to me. Stay up there. Oh. Ah. Oops.
Oh, hello.
Hey. I'm in the hell.
I mean, you're almost out of hell.
Yeah, I'm down to just green. And I've committed to the most
Just green.
Yeah.
And that's 70 more rows.
Yeah. And I'm currently committed to what's probably the most efficient way of doing it, which is that there's only so many categories of book left. Like here on this first floor, I have 11 consecutive lit up gems, which means that they're completed.
Mm-hmm.
It's only the ones closest to the stairs that aren't done downstairs, and there's more upstairs, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm committed to like, okay, there's only so many places the books can go. Mm-hmm. I should just commit to actually reading each book title and throwing it into the pile based on which area it's going to go to, instead of trying instead of trying to like sort them visually at this point, because I can actively just tell on the fly, like, oh, that's an archery one.
Yeah.
Oh, an art book. Oh, that's the only art book left in the entire game. It's lit up.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Green is art
right.
and archery and economics and management and bard magic, right?
Let's see, put this down. Yeah, that's management. That's archery. This is economy. This is bard. This is specifically household techniques for daily. This is
oh, and some alchemy.
This is law, jurisprudence. This is magic creatures and their spells, which is kind of green. I just put in Artist Sublime because it has no answer. Also, I've been throwing these up here. It's Senior Beast, the Internet Grimoire, and Everyone's Elvish. So there's a romance novel, an Otherworld series, and a language book that are all green.
Yeah.
So it's like this. I've had fractally expanding categories. Yeah. Law. I wonder what that one is. I need to find out why art's broken. What's going on up here? One of the green numbers is wrong. There you are. Was that it? That was it. Okay, now art's done. Thank God for the gems glowing over each one. Otherwise, I would inevitably be like, I would finish all the shelves and be like, why isn't it over? Oh no. Oh no. And it turns out it's because you can slightly mislocate them. I went on a rant about this earlier, but I'm annoyed by the fact that the game, if you place things correctly, it gives you a big glowy shiny effect. And if you place things almost correctly, but on the wrong shelf, but wrong in a way that, you know, means that you're going to be punished later, it gives you a slightly less shiny gold effect. I'm like, nope. I need you to tell me that I fucked it up, because otherwise I'm not going to know. And I'm going to be here hours later. But thankfully, there's the gem system, gives me some thing to work with. Poetry. Just assuming that truth verification refers to law.
Makes sense. I love how proficient you've gotten at just like throwing these.
Yeah, it's become just like a skill of its own. You get used to just pressing W right before you hit Q.
Yep.
They worship an invisible entity known as Wi-Fi. Alright, well, you clearly go up there. The arrow of the shattered knee. Fuck off.
Yay!
Jokes that were
15-year-old
annoying
gamer
while they were
friends.
happening, and now they're just annoying. I'm worse because I don't like Skyrim. I've never liked Skyrim.
How did you experience that in the moment? Because I remember that was like kind
I
of
played Dark Souls, the good game. It was pretty easy.
It's just I remember that being like one of the first times I was aware as a kid that like, oh wow, like Jimmy Kimmel is playing Skyrim.
Alchemy and inflation.
Like, everybody in high
ooh.
school is talking about Skyrim. Like this game's a big deal.
Yeah, it was
And then I never
insufferably
played.
popular and was put on fridges and so on, and the whole time it was just like, this is a bad game and it's boring, so I kept not playing it. I would like play just enough to get like the first power, and then I was like, this isn't fun at all. And then I go back to Dark Souls 1 where I'm like, I'm in the Undead Burg, it's immediately a really cool game. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta play for 75 hours, and then Skyrim gets vaguely fun, but not in a challenging or engaging way, because the whole game is designed to be completely flat. And it's designed in a lab to never actually like challenge you or make you think or anything, because you just slap people with a sword or spam the same spell over and over again. Like, yeah, I remember Oblivion. Oblivion blew my mind when I first played it because I had never played anything on that scale ever, so it was like blowing my mind. But then I had more gaming experiences, and Oblivion and things like it just weren't very interesting. I was in the middle of discovering Dark Souls, which was extremely interesting.
As someone who never played Dark Souls, still haven't played it. I don't know. I wasn't like, I didn't have a comparison, but also I was just kind of like, oh, game where I just get to hack and slash through a bunch of enemies? Sure, that sounds fun. And sure enough, it was just like, it's a good turn brain off, go smack thing game.
Yeah, I was already
Sort of
past
what
the
I-
point of wanting to play like games about having just infinite content, but like being very shallow the whole time. Like I'd already played Oblivion, which was basically just a remake of, like it was the same systems more or less. But I'd also played
My
a lot
parents-
of like Diablo 2, which is just about just click on the guy and he's a loot pinata. Whoa! So I'd fully wrung out that entire concept and was more or less done with it.
That's fair. I never got to play Oblivion when I was young because my parents wouldn't let me play it because they were like, oh, it's M. I was like, well, they have a teen version of it, like rated T for teen. And they're like, oh, the fact that it has an M version means that it's probably not great and I don't want you to play it.
The fact
was
that
like-
it has an M version?
Yeah, because it was both, there's a teen version and a mature version.
There was?
And yeah, they
didn't even know that part.
released it separately so that there were two ratings for it. And my parents were like, the fact that there is a mature version of it,
That's
it probably
insane.
means that we don't want you to.
They're like, here's the censored version, and like not censored enough, hypothetically.
Yep, exactly. Hooray, growing up Mormon.
It's insane.
Like I'll search Google to double check, but I'm like 99% sure they released the original Oblivion as both teen and mature.
I wonder if it was like a PC thing or something. I have no idea.
No, because I didn't play PC games at that point.
Yeah, but like I wonder
Well, I
if the
played
other version
RuneScape.
was a PC version or something. No idea.
I remember as a kid just being very, very counter to the like edgy PS2 games movie. It wasn't just PS2, but just like the thing that made like Jak and Daxter go from what it was in the first game to what it was in the second game, which was Grand Theft Auto. Really, it was just everything wanted to be Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. It became the vehicle game in like a really obvious way.
But yeah, I was very like, it did kind of give me a complex about like not, if something was rated M for mature, I kind of did the parenting for my parents because I would just be like, it's probably like all those Grand Theft Auto game, like just stuff that my friends like that I don't like. That was also why like Halo completely like passed me by and stuff like that. Like anything that was a shooter, anything that was at the time being marketed like a little overly grungy, because that was like what was seen as selling well. I was on the side of like I want cartoon Link, yay! This is what I wanted Zelda to be. I'm not disappointed at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently Oblivion was originally released as teen, and then Esser changed the rating to mature because on the PC version it was moddable to allow nudity. So it was just the PC version that was like.
You had to wait for mods.
I don't know if you saw that I was
That's
throwing,
actually what one of the articles said.
I don't know if you saw that I was throwing the books up at that balcony over there.
Mm-hmm.
I found one of the books over here, and one of them all the way here at the starting position.
My God, they bounced that far.
Like, I don't know if they bounced that far, or if they clipped out of the map and had to be respawned. Like, what the fuck? It's insane. That was a recurring thing where in that era, games were getting re-rated based on, like, sort of like outside forces or, like, element, or, like, things being discovered in the code somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like hot coffee with San Andreas being a big deal.
Yeah, apparently the nude models were in the files and could just be modded to be accessible. Like they just weren't accessible.
Oh.
And so they were just like, no. It's like, that's mature. Even though it wasn't accessible.
Whoopsie doodle. And then you weren't allowed to play the game because PC people could technically hack the game to be nude.
Yep.
That's a totally logical rating system. Like, I
never said that my parents made sense.
Gremlins is a PG movie, but have you considered if we drew titties on it? Then maybe it wouldn't be a PG movie. It makes you think. I'm like, what the fuck? That's so stupid.
The hot coffee mod broke the brains of a lot of parents. What is that? I've never heard about this. I never played those games.
Yeah,
so.
it was this. I think what happened is they had a sex mini game in GTA San Andreas, and then they scrapped it. But there was still elements of it in the files, and people found that.
Right.
So there was a huge outcry about the game, about a thing that was in the files that no one actually could access or play, beyond like specifically like hacking it back to the game, basically via modding. So like there was this big outcry as if they were corrupting kids, even though no one could actually experience that content in a real way. It was just very annoying, really. Just a very annoying conversation across the board.
Yeah. That sounds just like a bad time for literally everybody.
Yep. Magical supply chain. Meow, 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 meow.
Did you ever find any of the other keys?
Nope.
Huh.
Still blissfully unaware of what they even do. You haven't found them yet either, have you, Perp?
No, I haven't. I've only found the first one.
The
Guild
green
discipline and expulsion systems.
Yeah, or the red one, I think it was, that lets you jump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all I have is sprint and jump still. No concept of where they'd be hiding those things.
I mean, the jump one was like on the wall somewhere, so I'm assuming it's some hidden.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
front and center.
They could be so douchey about these if they want to be.
Yeah.
But they're not big. And they're of course intentionally not placed in any of the places with the stuff you're interacting with.
Mm-hmm.
It's not especially likely to notice them. And now I put these in their homes before I then sort the other piles. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
Are you excited for Pride tomorrow?
Oh yeah, we're going to Pride tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I have not looked into it at all.
I actually have no idea where it is or like what the I have access to the internet.
Old urban
Don't
pride
you know that
exploration.
pride is a sin? Which is why it's
That's
so
why-
good.
Yeah, that's why Pride Month has demon in the middle.
Pride demon. I said I don't have a Pride demon shirt still.
Pride demon.
Pride D month. That one fucking that Pride demon shirt that Pride demon art that came out this year from that one artist that draws Lego She a lot is insane. Like the Louis and Lego She Pride demon art. Oh my god.
Yeah, tomorrow and Sunday.
So it's like a festival rather than like a parade.
Yeah, so I believe, yeah, Pride Festival info. Oh, what's the schedule? Let's see what we got.
That's a lot of Bard shit.
Okay, so there's like a gay men's chorus, a dance lab, Winehouse revival. Okay.
Winehouse revival?
Like Amy Winehouse.
Oh.
When you walk in
They
the
tried to
bar,
make me go
dressed
to
like a
rehab.
star.
And then I died.
And then you died.
That song doesn't age super well. Tried to make me go to rehab, and I said no, no, no. And then she died of her drug addictions. Fuck. Me when I reap.
Jesus Christ.
It's rough.
That was a rough one. What the hell? Okay. Oh, this isn't too far away. It's like 15 minutes from your place. Maybe. Maybe less.
Just give people a searching radius.
No. I didn't even think about it. I do have one friend that'll just be like, yeah, I went to this bar and it's only a couple blocks from my house. I'm like, that's crazy that you give like a 3-block radius for where you live. That one's wild. Because like a few miles, that's a huge area. Ooh.
Streamers that just don't think about like where they live.
Yeah.
And how information just doesn't, you don't get to take it
People
back.
get real weird about things sometimes.
I can't remember the most notable example of that. Like it was a case where it was like there's a group of people that we wanted to catch. So it's like silver linings, but I think it was genuinely like they figured out where they got the slice of cake they had shared a picture of.
That's insane.
They were like able to figure out like what bakery served that exact slice and like triangulate the location based. It was like had like a window like partially in frame, but like wasn't looking across the street or anything. It's just kind of like, okay, so here's all the bakeries, here's what the sidewalk looks like outside of them. Thanks, Google.
I literally cannot fathom being that invested in another person. Like that's
unnerving.
That's crazy.
Well, it takes one person to be like that kind of freak, and then everybody else will just needs to just be told by them. It's like, cool.
Yeah.
I love paying for incogni. I love having essentially paying a like you have a public job subscription. Every time I bring up Incogni, somebody backdoors are like, Incogni doesn't actually do what all they say they do, and then they show me like a video by that guy that looks like Noodle but isn't Noodle, that one 3D person that reject convenience, and I'm always like, yeah, no, I'm subscribed to them too. I also watch their videos. If you listen to the actual text of their video, you would realize that you're wrong, because I actually watched the video. You watched a video about Incogni and just got the vague sense that they don't quite do what they might be implied to do sometimes or something, and you didn't think any further. But I actually do have the exact same lived experience that is the thing that they help you with, which is being less like Googleable and so on from all the people search sites that try to dox you and sometimes try to extract money from you in order to get you in order to take your own information down. I've had this conversation too many times. There's always people that are somewhat informational on the internet, and then people that watch them that don't really understand their content but feel like they learned something, and then they will try to tell like a YouTuber how to do their own job based on a thing that they half remember from a video, and you're like, okay. Yeah. I got so much algorithm advice after that time that fucking Game Theory made a video about like the YouTube algorithm, and also the time that that James Stephanie Sterling made a video about like copyright hacking or whatever. Like they come up with you'll see these videos about these silly concepts, but then a bunch of people that don't even upload YouTube videos, they don't even understand how the whole system works, then try to tell me how to do my job. I'm like, you don't even understand the video you're quoting in the first place. And half of them are like confirmation bias or like working backwards from a conclusion, and not necessarily any kind of special insight or truth either. And I'm like, don't tell people how to do their job based on a video you watched on the internet. Soapbox over. Ooh, IP rights must be economics.
That makes sense to me.
Well, that's where economics is. Okay.
Is there a section on necromancy? There is. I don't think I've ever sorted a single book from there yet.
In necromancy?
Yeah, that's only the first one I did from that entire section. I'm about 500 books in.
It's one, right? Oh no. Okay, no, it belongs there. Okay. Like, why wasn't that? Wait, am I crazy? Okay, never mind. I kept placing a book over and over again and feeling insane because it seemed to be glowing not the right way. I thought it was glowing in like, this isn't quite the right spot way, and I'm like, how? Contract law. That's a finance book. Oh, you shouldn't be here. What the fuck is Prospero Code doing here? That's the last mystery book. It was just, for some reason, a completely different shelf. Weird. I'm down to like 300 books. I'm freaking out, Mian.
Gonna get that pizza party?
It's too late for pizza. Everyone's closed.
I actually got pizza today. I had a free pizza with Domino's.
Gotta get some Pride Pizza tomorrow.
Pride pizza.
Gay pizza.
Yeah. I was like, famously bottom-friendly pizza.
Shout out to whatever food prep company that I'm not going to say because the video's not sponsored.
Too mercenary for that.
Friendly. Too mercenary for that. Thank you, Jenny. That specifically made a bottom-friendly meal prep diet that you can subscribe to for the month of June.
Which is the only month where they fuck. They have to go back into hibernation.
That's true.
Where did the taxes go is a crazy name for a book.
Have you seen the economics one that's like, why do stocks crash immediately after I buy them?
Yeah, with a little smiley face.
Yeah. Gay people are like werewolves in that way. That's crazy.
We only fuck once a year.
Yeah.
Like werewolves.
Only during Pride. It's a month-long full moon.
If you go to Folsom, you're getting more than the moon.
Oh, that's true. You go to Door, it's even more intense.
Financial, the art of the tariff. Oh my god. The art of the tariff is crazy. Up here's getting slapped upside by real life.
I actually really like how mundane some of these titles are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of nice to just like have philosophy books where it's like, yeah, you have a bunch of like grand cosmic magical powers. It's probably important that you have like, that you go over the ethics of having this degree of power.
I think
like,
that's where I am, brah.
Yeah. Like that Billie Eilish song.
Wake up in the morning.
Okay, first of all, that's Kesha.
I know.
Okay. I was like, oh no. I know you're not a pop girly, but whoa, that's crazy.
My primary job is to be a cognito hazard.
I do love the video where it's two guys who are like super, super high and look at each other and like, dude, are you real? And the other guy's like, dude, I think I am. And then it's just a PNG of Rene Descartes, and he goes, well, that's actually some pretty solid evidence. Rene Descartes. Thank you.
Rene Descartes? Special guest Rene Descartes?
Mm-hmm.
Localized entirely in my kitchen.
Well, that's actually some pretty solid evidence. People are clever as hell. That's so fucking funny. I love that shit. It's so dumb.
Why do stocks crash the moment I buy them?
So I was telling Keith about this other like cozy fix shit game that I discovered named Hosey. And again, the title is the worst thing about it. It's just not a good name. But it's just literally like unpacking, but with like a bigger emphasis on look at this absolute wreck, now fix it. But it like does it in the most like tactilely satisfying way possible, where you like start in a room and then like all the you have to like paint the walls, just a bunch of like shit all over the floor.
Oh, okay.
I just like Power Wash Simulator has like turned the Steam algorithm on to like, oh, you like chores, huh? Like, we'll give you those.
I see you're one of those train likers.
All the vehicle sim games must be an interesting thing to work on.
I've played like the lawnmower simulator game, and that one actually sucked. Like I'm chill with sim games. Obviously, Power Wash Sim is like my comfort game. I adore it. But like I played that one. Thankfully I got that one for free. But it was like you have to adjust how high, like the length of the grass, and you have to prime the gas tank before you can turn on the lawnmower. I was like, "Hey, fine, well, I'm annoyed by this now. I don't want to do it anymore."
Yeah, I usually don't like games that are actually like that are true to the simulator genre. Because the actual simulator genre is actually like usually about like minutiae in a way that I'm like I'm not ready to deal with.
Yeah,
I'm not ready to play. I don't want to play the Kerbal Space Program of mowing the lawn.
Yeah, give me the fantastic the backpack power washer with infinite water. Thank you. I love this. This is delightful.
Oh God. Power wash simulator, but you have to actually manage your water supply and like go get more every time.
I mean, they could have gone that direction, and I'm so glad they didn't.
I'm almost surprised that none of these are called like A Boy and His Arrow.
A boy and his arrow. God of War reference? Because I don't know. He just yells boy and the boy has a bow. That's all I know.
He yells boy.
He yells boy a lot, doesn't he?
He yells boy a lot.
He yells boy a lot. Am I wrong?
That's fantastic. It's just not where I thought that was going at all. What do you mean? What do you mean,
well,
God of War?
What were you gonna say? Well, like, what were you gonna say?
Like a boy and his dog? It's an existing phrase, yeah.
Is it?
God of War.
I can hear people in chat getting ready to say shit. Feel it in my bones.
Potion seller.
You can't handle my potions. They're too strong for you.
This is strong for you.
Oh god, I was having the worst string of deaths in Diablo 2 earlier today, and I just started like quoting that as I was like kept running back to town.
Potion seller.
You're a scoundrel.
You're a scallywag.
You've had your say and I'll have mine. You're a rascal.
You're a rascal. Oh my god. A rascal is insane. It's just such an endearing thing to call someone, and he's so hurt. So you're like,
yeah.
Is that the furthest he can go?
Yeah.
Is that
the most emotionally damning thing he can say?
That's the darkest depths of his heart, is to say you're a rascal. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Potion Seller.
Potion Seller.
I'm going into battle. I need your potions to be successful in the battle. Like, it becomes so mumbled. It's incredible. 10 out of 10.
Potion Seller.
I need to know if he like just did that spur, like he opened up the filter and then just like had that. What?
I feel like he had to have. I don't think that could have like. I don't think script writing works like that.
I'm sure he had to iterate.
Well, yeah.
Like
like
almost everything on the
takes.
internet is more work and less spontaneous than it appears, because that's like the appeal is making it feel that way.
For me, it's just the fact that he breaks multiple times.
Yeah, he keeps cracking up.
It's the best part.
Well, the more that you like the more that you iterate on the idea, the less it's going to make you break. So the fact that he was breaking, I was like, oh, okay. This man's is like, yeah, this is funny as shit.
My potions are not fit for a beast, let alone a man.
You're clearly not of the strongest, you're clearly of the weakest.
I always think about this like video where like there's the double chocolate cookie, the fucking Costco guys, and they did like a behind the scenes thing that shows like them doing multiple takes and stuff like that, and people were so upset. People were so upset, and also were like, now I think the dad's less cool now, and so on, and like I'd actually like don't like them as much, and so on. And it was all tied to the fact that like it's just the fact that they showed their process of making a video, and that those goofy little videos like they kept making like did require thought and like a process and so on, and people like weren't ready for that information. Essentially, like they wanted to just believe that it was just spontaneously that way. That's and people then they were just like that for some reason, and not that it was like there was a format to it, which is crazy because like that's the only way it could have been happening. It was planned and done. Like people forget that cameras have to be set up. And you react,
that
people,
TikTok kayfabe.
yeah, people react really strangely to like the acknowledgement that something was filmed, even though it had to be filmed. It's really funny to me.
You're not that funny off the dome? What the hell?
Where did the taxes go? The Ultimate Guide to Otherworldly Swear Words. Swearing?
M-rated game.
Rated T for teen. Fuck!
Wait, they talk about swearing. Never mind, it's M for mature. I haven't even thought about age ratings on games in so long.
No. They've never really been relevant for me because my parents didn't look at them.
Can't relate.
Yeah.
Everything revolved around the rating, and like
The
even
history of
some
demonic
like PG.
financial hegemony.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
I was playing Perfect Dark on the Nintendo 64, which is an M-rated game. It's funny that's M-rated because what the fuck is it M-rated for? It's just you keep shooting people and there's like a little blood spot, I guess. I don't know what's M-rated about that game.
Gosh.
I don't have any idea. It's wild thinking that game's M-rated.
Well, it's like how Sweeney Todd, the movie, is like rated R, and it's for like gore, but the gore is like the blood in it is actually orange. Like it's not even like realistic blood.
I'm like, this is a game where you run around with an alien who wears sneakers and he goes, Joanna! Fucking wear ass game, but it happens to have guns in it, and for some reason it's rated M, and I'm like, I don't understand. Doesn't make any sense to me.
I always love the cuts to various again, like sequels of games that are trying to be edgy, like Jak 2 and Shadow the Hedgehog, where it's like they had they popped their budget for like the one almost swear. It's like, where's that damn Chaos Emerald? And it's just,
Or one almost
so like,
swear.
and really put your pussy into it, Shadow. Come on, give it to us. And that was the same thing with Jak, where it's like,
Oopsie.
I guess he doesn't swear. It's just his first. It's like he never talks, and then his first word is like, I'm gonna kill Praxis, and it's like, no, my boy.
I remember when people were joking when the Deadpool movies were coming out, and they were like, all right, they said they're gonna be PG-13. Or wait, was it PG-13?
They're definitely all rated R.
Yeah, I thought that was the thing, because it was one of the few Marvel movies that were rated R.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Specifically,
But,
the
like,
first two were Fox movies.
I
And
feel
the
like
last
people
one,
were...
It was like, will they do it? And they still did it. They still made it rated R. They referenced pegging. And then he looks straight at the camera. It's like, now that's in the Disney universe. Like,
So people must have just been speculating if they were like, oh, what if it was PG-13? And they're like, all right, we've got one fuck that we can say in this movie. And so it's like, they were like, it should be Deadpool like saving it for a really good moment. And then someone else says it and he's like, God damn it.
yeah, as far as I can remember, the Deadpool and Wolverine movie repeatedly makes fun of the fact that this or that edgy thing is now canon to the Marvel universe. They have fun with it. It's not a great movie. I tried.
It was all right. It was better than their first time trying to bring Deadpool in. Oof.
Right, from the Wolverine.
Yeah, that was... Oh, God, that was rough.
Yeah, the previous Wolverine movie. I keep
Can't
forgetting
even
to
find age ratings on games anymore. Like, where do I look for that?
I guess on like Wikipedia, usually.
But like, I'm looking at a Steam page.
I see.
I'm like,
Yeah, like what would parents go to?
yeah,
yeah,
like,
it's not really a thing on. I think it actually does show up on Steam pages, but it's just that I think a lot of games on Steam aren't rated in the first place. A lot of indie
Which is
games
crazy.
might not have ratings. But I think if you look up like Call of Duty, well, I think Call of Duty's only on Blizzard now. I think you look up like a main AAA game. There is like a rating somewhere on the sidebar on the right.
let's check. I pulled up Battlefield 6. Let's see. Because this certainly has an age rating. Oh, there it is. You have to scroll down a bunch to find it, but yes, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Now Steam's gonna be like, oh, you searched for you searched for Battlefield. Let's show you games like that.
Oh, boy.
No,
Mm-hmm.
please. God,
Interesting. You're a big fan of these games now? Hmm?
We're gonna
Your
push
favorite
all of
kind of video
those.
game now?
No. Yeah.
Monster
it's
Hunting
still
Law.
recommending me like hentai gooner games.
All
Which
is
is
right in
crazy.
the universe.
Yeah.
It kind of did me like psychological damage when I played like one good like Bara porn VN, and it was just kind of like nothing in the furry sphere fucking comes close. Like, it's amazing when you actually have like any kind of studio presence behind something. It's just like it's got a theme song, and I know it's like all the stuff that you expect from general.
Mhm.
I don't know how to say this word, but like eroge, like the whole Japanese industry of erotic visual novels.
Mhm.
But yeah, like that was like a big awakening for me. It was like when Dramatical Murder came out, and it was like, whoa, I like this actually. Where do I find more of these? And I kind of didn't think about it again until Ad Astra happened.
How to Meet a Specific Person's Voice, Volume 1.
Whoa. Final Fantasy on sale?
What's wrong in there again? Okay. I've had to fix like every single bookshelf so far after I filled them up. There's always like something that's switched somewhere. It's so hard to keep on top of. Oh, those are backwards. Oh, that was it. Well, that was easy. I'm so close right now. Management's done. Management's done. Bard's is done. But his legs. Lock the fuck in. Locked in, chat. Evil dies tonight.
It's not even Locktober.
Oh, God.
Shout out to the straight men who heard the term Locktober and were like, oh yeah, that means locking in, right? Like really, like getting to the grind, right?
All these words are technically correct.
Right? It's like, oh, my sweet summer child. You know not of what you speak.
You couldn't handle my potions.
You can't handle my potions. You can't handle my cages. They would kill you.
Stephanie still has my Locktober book. She can give it back.
I did not know where that sentence was going for a second.
Oh God. My sweet October baby.
My sweet October baby. First. We're so close I can taste it.
What's it taste like?
Mildew.
I know. Wait, ew.
Don't
Does
lick
it
the
taste
books.
like pizza? SMH.
Pizza's expired now. It took too long. Should have used magic.
You get an achievement for not touching any of the spells.
Yep, I didn't even learn them.
Just fully ignored the level up system.
Yep. Archery's done.
Yippee!
The graceful speech of the forest. Ah, there goes language. Ah.
Yippee!
There goes romance.
It's all coming together. Everything's coming up Millhouse.
I'm missing one internet book. Oh, there it is. Through it. There goes Otherworld. The entire back wall is finished upstairs. And the entire right side. I think I'm just down to economics and law. Law.
That's a pole. Ultimate choice, curry flavored poop or poop flavored curry. What the fuck am I holding in my hands right now?
I've thought that
You've
many a
never
time.
had to think about that choice before? It's pretty central for a lot of people.
I hate that I just got Japanese curry roux to make curry tomorrow.
Oh no.
We're gonna have curry flavored poop. Congrats.
Or flavored curry.
Congrats on your poop flavored curry.
Oh, also, I have a pound of beef that I need to find something to do with, so if you have any beef recipes for Tuesday.
The Grand Compendium of Magic Jurisprudence. Well, if you have that, then why do I need the rest of this library? I feel like that should really cover everything, shouldn't it?
I need to find what this curry book belongs to because it's gonna be so funny. There's so many funny options. Like, is that transformation magic? Is it illusion magic? Is it stealth? I don't want it to be stealth.
Is it stealth?
Sneaky poo curry.
Why would the poo curry be stealthy?
Is it alchemy? Every option is funny. Look, the Elric brothers weren't always masters of their craft. You gotta start small.
Yeah, poo curry's a good
Before you
small
make your mother.
place to start.
Why would you make a poo curry?
I don't know. Practice?
Why would that be any part of your journey?
Satire
Is it
reasons?
romance?
Is it romance?
God, I hope. Oh,
Gaga, ooh la la.
What?
That's Katy Perry.
Oh,
yes, sure is. Nailed it. Got it in one. You're so good at pop.
Popping and locking.
God, it's psychology.
Curses gotta be curses. That's a good point, actually. Curses. Malpractice makes perfect.
That's the end of law. All that's left is econ, I think, in the entire library. Let's see if all the gems are lit up.
Yippee!
You sound so excited.
It's after midnight. I'm tired. I'm old man now. I get sleepy at the drop of a hat. I even had a coffee, like, pretty recently. My body's just like, no, you're still tired.
Maybe you're laughing about your comment earlier, because we were like, what do you mean, this isn't a boring stream? And then I look at the chat, and you're like, I had a coffee, and I'm still falling asleep.
No, I said I need to make coffee because I was falling asleep in my chair, which is true. I was falling asleep in my chair. But it didn't have anything to do with your stream.
Everything has to do with my stream.
True. Super central to everything that happens.
I am the main
Puppy.
character. God, how do I parcel these fucking books? There's too many green books. I just fall apart right at the end. Too hard.
In the home stretch. No, I don't want to.
I am looking at
The
the
words
stack a
of
little bit and
Ballard.
kind of being like, I don't want to. Where I'm just like, it's just this gross color of green that every single one of them is. And a few of them, despite looking different, despite looking the same, are actually different books. I'm like, fuck off. Just actually look different, please, if you're different.
There's 10 volumes of curry poop.
Curry poop. The economy of the lost decades. I look around looking for stacks, but like in some, there are a lot of just like 3-volume ones, which is why it looks like there's just such a lack of repeating ones to actually stack on each other, is because like a surprising number of these are actually just actually different.
Yeah, you've only got 41 more books.
to put on the shelves?
So close. Oh, what's happening with this deck? Oh. These are still part of the what I'm sorting through. So close. Sugoi.
Wow.
We're ready. Okay, let's grab these one-off books that apparently have no other ones to go with. Let's see where they all go, and hopefully I didn't magically lose one. Oh god.
It wouldn't be a proper jigsaw puzzle without that concern.
Without having to look for your last missing piece that's just somewhere in this building. Logistics. We're gonna get it, chat. We're gonna make it. We're gonna go home. Say goodbye to our family. Well, goodbye. Oh, this is all 3 volumes. It's so close! Why did I do this?
And you blasted through it super fast.
Economy of the last 3 decades. But where? Okay, we'll put you down for a second.
Bottom shelf? I'm in the middle.
Oops. Is one of you on the wrong shelves?
I think the ones that you put on the side go to the bottom shelf. Do they?
No, it's economy of the last 3 decades. It'd be 1, 2, 3. So it's probably just a standalone 3 volume. I'm looking around, like, is one of these somehow... Probably this one. Regional mana market analysis is probably 1, 2, 2, and 3 are probably up here somewhere. What? Where do they go? As I get more of the other ones, we'll have a more complete picture, I guess, of what's going wrong here. One of these is somehow just wrong. Magical economy. Should be the last of the books. I think. Or something.
Oh, I see what it is.
Market analysis.
Third down from the top on the left, you have one book that's by itself.
6-3.
That one. One book that's by itself on the left
Oh,
side.
there it is.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Because I was comparing them to the full volumes. This should be it. The lost colony of the last 3 decades is 3, 2, 1. Sound effect played. The evil runes are gone. 400 rows. 3,072 books. Only 2 of the keys, though. Like in a picture. Where the fuck are the other 2 keys? You guys have a pot?
You know what I love when I'm in a building? To see pictures of the inside of that building that I'm already in.
Where are the keys? Nope. Oh, you can walk on top of here. Oh, shit. Golden diamond key. I had the right instinct there. Carry capacity +3.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Just in time. God damn it. Yeah, it says the last one's on a bookshelf. God, who knows where.
Like on the top of a bookshelf?
I don't
'Cause then that
know.
would be the ones like along the back, right? Because those ones actually have a top.
Was that it?
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah.
The Azure Star Key. Air capacity +2.
Incredible.
I could have had 15 books instead of 10 books at a time, which would have been helpful for picking up and throwing a bunch of them at once, but otherwise, yeah, you are just kind of sorting stuff, and 10 does happen to be the size of a volume, so it didn't really feel like a limitation. How nice this place all looks. All this bullshit that I sorted in 2 days. Basically 2 sittings, except I stopped in the middle of today to do an extra stream for 2 hours also. For 2 consecutive days, I streamed for 12 hours. We're about to reach the 12-hour mark, and then part of the VOD will be eaten alive.
Now do it all again, but just put books on random shelves in 0 order.
That would be funny. It would be very easy.
There's
So I
an
don't-
achievement for it.
Imagine doing that. And just right near the end, you just accidentally, because you're just spamming books without thinking, you accidentally actually put 3 of the same set into a 3 set. And then it nullifies the achievement because it actually
You're like,
is the full
"No."
thing. How nice everything looks. Well, there are themes. This one's all purple. This one's every single color because it's called Destruction Magic, even though one of them is literally called Creation. There it is. The Creation Forest. You know, in the Destruction Magic section, obviously. Holy is white because they're boring and have no thoughts. Stealth is black. And then Curse is black, but red. Ooh. I did it. I killed the video game to death.
Now go get your pizza party.
It's a pizza.
Go learn magic.
Major magic used 0. Did I get the achievement? Played the game without using major magic. Yay!
Yay!
There are achievements for learning all of the major magics. I probably should have learned them real quick at the end there and not use them, but learn them for the achievements. Whoops. Womp womp. It only took me 20 hours. I got all the
that's
keys.
my time to beat. Got it.
You already have bonus information. Congratulations,
I did, in fact,
you
just
are
get that
very interesting. To Librarian.
Wow.
K. Principal Merlin.
What?
Universe of Celeste. Is that a negative review for taking so long and that doesn't acknowledge that I was so cool I didn't use magic? I guess I was trained to use magic, so that's not really an excuse on his standpoint.
Wait, maybe that's why it said go learn magic on the pizza.
The entire letter. Oh, did it?
Or I thought that was...
there's a page next to it on the right that just said go learn magic.
Instead, I just kept doing it for 20 hours. Wow. I'm so cool and normal and well adjusted. Special stage?
Yay!
No. 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 No.
What did it do?
Oh, is it automatic?
This is the shit I wanted. That's what I was looking for the whole damn time, was I want magic floaty books.
Is this just a spell that solves the entire game for free?
I love it.
It's pretty.
It's pretty. I was gonna have a heart attack if it was like time to start over.
Do
I saw
it
the
again.
I saw the
but
cats
well,
again in
better.
the same spot, and I'm like, no, no, I refuse. This is pretty. It will take a long time.
Closing remarks for this stream while we're watching this.
Playing classical music.
Is this Fantasia?
I
Or at
don't
least
know.
supposed to be reminiscent of Fantasia? That would make sense.
This is my fun with that. Well, this was a lot of fun. I couldn't stop. I needed to keep going until I played for approximately 24 hours of streaming, apparently. A normal thing to do in 2 days. It's really rare that I like know life about video games. Like, even on my peak days where I get a lot done, I often like probably am only recording like 6 to 8 hours of video games in a day, and it's unlikely that I do that. I usually record like 3 and then go do it and have other stuff to do. But I really did just like lock in and just like, this is what I'm gonna do. I need it on some level, seemingly. Things just slowly swimming around.
How's the frame rate on your end?
It's doing great. It's doing fine. Look how sorted everything is. Here's where here's where I'm shown the canonical colors that I was wrong about. Like, no, this is the way that you're supposed to put them in. This goes on this shelf. See them all being loaded in and going yellow. Wow, look at all that language. Look at all that dungeon. Loading the top floor first is interesting. I forgot so many philosophy books were white. Yeah, I guess they were.
Yeah.
Why I had them done so quickly.
The white books really were super easy to sort.
Yeah, I pivoted to the white books relatively quickly away from purple just because I was like, these are just completely white books with like this one's got a diamond on it. This one's got a brand on it. And like, it's just so immediately spottable what made every single one of them different.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, look at them go. Look at the speed run. Can I go around and grab the keys again? Can. I can get the keys again and open them. Where did I get the first key? It was on the table, right?
It was on one of the benches. I don't think it's been revealed yet. It was on the bench. Yeah, the one you're facing towards. Yeah. It's under those blue books.
I got so much carrying capacity. Achievement unlocked. Open the chest in the bonus level for some reason. Why did he do that? Thank goodness that at no point did a book clip through the floor. Actually, it might have. The suspicious detail is that that one book was all the way back at the beginning of the level. And it's like, did that? How could that have bounced all the way across the entire map? That feels like maybe it might have clipped out of the map. It might have clipped out of the map and then reset back on the landing. Which is kinda interesting to think about.
Oh, there's the key.
There
right
it is.
next to that paper. Yeah.
Emerald Club key. They had time to give me these permits, but they didn't hide any. But they didn't put any of them in places that were obvious, and they put them in locked chests for some reason, even though it's supposed to help me do my job. And then they hid the keys under the books, even though the letters specifically refer to the book thing already happening. So they had to specifically hide them under the books because the keys came later. Unless the fairy's just a recurring problem. Farewell, cool library with a suspicious amount of therianthropy books.
I want to read those.
Yeah, what's the deal, Merlin?
I just think they're neat.
There's the alchemy. Now I need to like rehabilitate myself for modern society. I've like forgotten how to be a person.
Forcibly readjust at Pride tomorrow. Oh, I didn't even check what time. When does it start? Oh, it's... Wait.
If they add another map to this while I play it,
Oh, it's at 1 p.m.
if the videos do really well for some reason, maybe. Otherwise, it's like, I don't know if I need to subject people to another monstrous amount of time of the same game again. I'd be more likely to play it off camera than on camera, I think. If there wasn't an indication that people really liked it. It was fun just fucking around and having a bunch of rotating guests throughout the whole thing. That could have been planned better, maybe. but I never know who's around at any given time. Today I pinged a bunch of people when I was getting ready because I was trying to plan that more, and instead it led to like 6 people all logging on at once. But then it was completely overcrowded. I think we went through, I was talking about it, like I think we went through as many people in the first hour of today's stream as we did in the entirety of last stream. Because people were kind of just leaving. But the real ones returned. It's almost there. Second completion.
It is satisfying to see it done this way.
Whoa. That shit's crazy.
The fact that the music ended, like, just a tiny bit before.
Yeah. It said use my ultimate skill. So that's what that was referring to. My ultimate is the win the entire bonus stage instantly spell.
Yeah.
Okay. And all my spell counts at maxed out here, which means it also doesn't count as learning them. Is there like achievements for using them? Max all major spells, unlock all major magic. Yep. No, the only remaining achievements are the 3 tied to learning all the magic, 1 for putting all the books on wrong, and 1 for beating the game in 3 hours. Which would be interesting. I'm sure that involves memorizing which shelves are which, and then just spamming the one that sucks related books into your hand or something.
Yep, assemble. You'd probably have to figure out which books are where for like the first couple of shelves so that you can get some quick levels at the start, and then you can just spam that ability.
Whoa. Clear time, 10 minutes. That was the special stage.